Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
The JBT is back at it again, y'all. This time, amazing raffle for the holidays. Replenish the pocket. Sometimes things go grim and, you spend a little bit more than you anticipated, but we're here to help you out. $5 to get you in, $20 to get you in 5 times for winner takes half. Hold on. I didn't know that was the details, y'all. Hold on. Cut.
Hey, Remo.
Hey, yo, Karen, why y'all ain't let me know that the prize was winner takes half? Now, this is dope.
It's been running for some time now, silly.
Is JBT a content creators ought to get into this?
Absolutely not. Are you crazy?
No.
Nope.
Wow, that's crazy.
No content creator, just JBT supporters, sorry.
Whatever. Bye. Like I was saying, $5 to get you in 1 time, $20 to get you in 5 times. Winner takes half. Can't win if you don't play, man. Jump in the raffle. JBT Network 1 is the way you get in. Leave your name and the means of contact. And enjoy the holidays on us, JBT.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BVO Boxing coming to you live with another video, man. We all know we got a big interview today. We got my man, Brother Bernard, coming. I got the other guys coming up, but we're going to have Brother Bernard come up here first. Salute to my brother D Free. Salute to Prize. Salute to my brother Ace, always supporting. I want to bring up something real quick before we got started. And it really bothers me. When you hear people, I get people like Tank Davis. I get it. He's the one God chose. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. But when it comes to Devin Haney, I feel like I've seen this story. We've seen this story with Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder wasn't the guy that was embraced. I get it. Tank is the one that everybody loved. The same thing it was like when AJ was the one everybody loved. But let's not sit here as fans and make excuses on why Tank hasn't fought who he hasn't fought, or what he should do. The fact is this: for someone of that talent, salute to my brother Big Dre, salute to my man Ben Israel, I can say for someone of that talent, he's been a little bit of a disappointment. That's not me taking shots. That's not me hating. That's me giving you my honest opinion. I feel like people like Deontay Wilder, Devin Haney, they got to do everything to gain someone's love, to gain your adoration, to gain people saying that they're doing the right things. I would just say this. When it comes to Devin Haney, it's pretty sad that he just does not get his just due as a fighter. He's undisputed, youngest undisputed champion. Went up, fought Regis Prograis, who was a tough guy. I won't say Regis was all that, but he's pretty much done the same things that Tank has done. But I get it. Tank is the one that the fans embrace. Tank is the one that the people love more. I'm going to just say this. Make sure you guys please smash that like button when you come in. Big Dre, it's raining outside, man. That's a little bit of rain and snow out there, man. Shut that door when you come in. I just think that we've got to be honest as fans, as supporters of boxing, that what we're getting is not sufficient, and what we're getting is not what we want. We don't want this. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. It's a disappointment to the sport. So to my brother Kareem, it's a very big disappointment to the sport when we don't have guys daring to be great who wear the crown. This is not me hating. This is me being totally honest. And it's a doggone shame that when you make a point, you're hating on somebody. No, you're not hating. You're telling the truth. The fact is, when it comes to this boxing, man, it's about what you do, not about what you want. It's about what you do in the ring. Shout out to my man Bruce Gas. And I just think, you know, I've heard a lot of chatter. Shout out to the Angry White Man Show. My brother D1 is Tank's biggest supporter. I'm not gonna be disrespectful and say the stupid stuff that I know he might say when it came for me like until Sleep the Melon Queen. Um, fact is this. Fact is this. We wanted more from Tank. It's the same thing that happened with Sugar Ray Leonard, but not picking on you. We just want to see you fight. And I think it's a shame that when you ask a fighter to fight, you're hating, you don't want to see him get his money. I mean, let's be honest here. When I heard Steven Espinoza say that Tank's not comfortable at 140, I thought, you know what? That's what makes it so great to see you at 140 because we know that's not necessarily where you want to be. And for all intents and purposes, it just sucks that people don't understand that, hey, that's boxing. We want to see you challenge yourself. We want to see what you can do. And if you don't want to challenge, man, you're in the wrong sport. I think Tank wants to fight people. He just hasn't. Say what you want. Shout out to my brother, man, one of my brothers out there. I ain't gonna say his name, but shout out to my brother. I hopped on this panel for a quick second. And I just think it's so crazy that a guy like Devin Haney, who's done nothing, really nothing, but be even a goofball because he let his dad talk too much. But come on, man, his dad made him a millionaire. We get it. He bet it all on his son and won. But come on, bro. He's done everything you need him to do. Now it's time to just be honest. Now it's just time to be honest, man. If you hate him, that's fine. If you hate him, that's fine. You for all intents and purposes, you have a right to feel how you feel. All I'm gonna say is this, man. Let's not treat Devin the way we treated Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, who I have no problem saying is my favorite fighter. I root for him. Cried when he lost to Zilly Zane. Cried when he got beat to death that second fight. Even when Deontay was making up these stories about him getting drug, poison, whatever the case may be, I said, nah, I still love you, but that didn't happen. So I'll just say this. Let's not do that to Devin Haney, what we did to Deontay Wilder. Let's not now that he got beat to death by Ryan, let's embrace him, man. And let's say what it is. The kid can fight. He can fight. He might not be a huge puncher, but it is what it is. But my brother just walked in the door. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
What's going on, good brother?
Oh, look, it's always good to see you, brother. But how you feeling, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
So I
Can't
want to
complain.
ask you.
Trying to.
Oh no, you kind of went out. Go ahead again. Hold on, I think he got froze. We're gonna give him a second to get settled.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I want to ask you this, Coach. It's the elephant in the room. I gotta ask you this, man. What does it feel like being a coach, getting your first loss? What is that like as the coach?
Um, I'm gonna be honest. You got me. I watched the fight
I think you're a little
multiple
robotic,
times.
Coach.
I feel like
Oh,
myself.
say that
Can you
over
hear me
again, please. You went out a little bit.
now?
Say that over again. Yeah. Now we can hear you. We good now. I think. Let me see. I think we good now. Hold on. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't know if you can hear me. Let me try something real quick. Let me try this real quick.
I know it's a loss on the record because that's what it was, but I don't feel that we lost for the bad break.
Oh shoot. Sorry about that. I don't know. I think Brother Bernard having a
I can
little
hear you.
technical. Okay, I can hear. Okay, now you can hear me. And you know, it's a lot of things. You know, I felt like you won, but I'm just saying in that moment, you know, take the judges out of it. Did you feel like there was anything that you could have did different?
We went there with. If I had to fight him 10 times, I would same 10. I would use that same game plan, and we would win 9 out of 10. The only one where we didn't win at was in Puerto Rico, where we had 3 Puerto Rican officials in a Puerto Rico.
It definitely was some home cooking. It definitely was some home cooking, man. I actually, and you know, I could just tell you this, man. One thing people don't talk about this, but the way I seen your son respond in defeat was pure class, bro. That was some Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard stuff to say. You know what? I should have left it up to the judges, man. I'm gonna ask you this: how did you get him to get that kind of mindset? Because to say that in the moment, that's tough, bro. That's tough, man.
Because that's really him. I mean, that's really Jaleel. You're not dealing with somebody that's gonna cry over spilled milk. You know, it happened. It ain't changing. We moving on. That's the way that he was brought up. That's the boxing that he was brought up on. What you see a lot of now is something new. So, you know, I didn't expect my son to act any different.
And reason I brought that up is because I think so many times when you talk about a defeat, do you think it'd be anything lingering, or you think you guys will be able to get right past it?
Jaleel already passed it. He was past.
Oh,
he
yeah?
was past. He was past it that night.
Oh, wow.
Nobody saw Jaleel hiding and moping. He was upset about the loss. Everybody would be. Any type of competitor will be upset about the loss, but it don't define what you are. Jaleel a competitor all day, all night. You know, so you know he don't make those kind of complaints.
Yeah, and I'll ask you this. I don't know. I'll tell you this. That is such an old school way of being. I gotta give you full credit, Bernard, because you said, hey, if I lose, we lose. I thought you were just talking, but to hear you say that, I see you wasn't just talking, man. So salute to you on that.
Man, men lose in life every day. That's part of what life is. Life gonna give you setbacks. It's how you deal with the setbacks and how you pick yourself back up. Yeah, I learned more about who you are as a man after you lose as opposed to after you win. Everybody got friends when they winning.
Right. That's a good point. So, and then let me ask you this. Now we don't know where all the stuff came with Devin Haney and Jaleel, but did you think it was out of pocket? And I gotta ask this to be totally fair. What do you think it was out of pocket for Devin to say what he said, or you think it was fair game?
I don't think it was out of pocket because you could say what you want to say. I just question the timing. And the reason I question the timing is because Devin could have said something after Jaleel won the WBC title in Texas and in Houston. Then he could have said something after the Pete Dobson fight. But then he wait until we get stuck up to talk about, you know, whatever he want to call it with boxing and, you know, you this, you that. But my thing is this. How you gonna say that? And we all saw Devin get punished. We saw Ryan punish his ass. It wasn't that we saw him get beat. We saw him get punished. We seen Devin walk out of there with his head swole up like Martin Lawrence was on his TV show when he fought Tommy Hearns. And he gonna come with this? Come on, Chad. I don't mind nobody saying nothing that's real, but keep that shit a bean. If you keep it a bean, I ain't never had a problem with somebody saying something that's reality.
Right. And the reason I bring that up is because I just felt like only because I wondered, because what do you think he did that because Jaleel said that he would never sue?
I mean, Jaleel said what he wouldn't do. I mean, Ryan one of the first dudes we ever seen sue a man for assault and battery in a sport where the whole intent is to produce assault and battery.
You cold-blooded, man. I love it. So that being said,
I just never seen nothing like it before.
Never seen nothing like it before. So I gotta ask you this, man. Shout out to D for the win. Salute to my brother Bentley. Salute to Big Dre. I just ask you this, man. When you see a guy like Bill coming at you, and the first thing he did is what I always thought is the craziest thing in the world was bring up that he was an 8-figure dude. How did you feel when he said that, man? Because that was crazy.
I mean, once again, I don't take nothing from him, but that's what suckers do. And so I didn't anticipate Bill doing something different. I think I told everybody from the beginning, Bill a sucker. Bill ain't nothing but a fake ass pimp. This nigga ain't gonna fight nothing but a woman. This nigga got trapped off by Bernard Hopkins at the fights. Bernard invited the nigga to go to a private area and discuss it in the bathroom. He did exactly what a sucker do. We could do what we gotta do right here. He already done showed you shit get thick. He gonna haul ass. And that's the only thing he can teach his son. That motherfucker can't teach his son to be a man when he a pussy. I mean, what you expect? I'm not mad at Devin. When he hid behind his bodyguards when Tank ran up on him. Tank was by himself. I expect Devin to do that.
Yeah. I like how you pull every seat up on it. Man, you relevant. But let me ask you this. I'm just getting real. But that being said, I'll ask you this. Ask you this. When you hear Bill, basically talking all this is the second Bernard they don't have a clue and all that. What do you think about that? Because I think I'll be honest. Now, I know you from DC. It's not many cats that are going to the bathroom with Bernard Hopkins, man. It's not many cats that'll do that. I'll do that, just get beat up. But everybody wouldn't do that, man. Because Bernard looked like he was ready to hurt something, man. You know how Bernard get down.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, when a man run up on you and confront you like a man, well, Bill showed us what he gonna do. He gonna find a way to be a pussy.
That's cold. You don't think when Bill told him get down where how you like whatever he said right then and there, you don't think that was like why they gotta go off somewhere? We right here right now. That's how I looked at it.
We in the middle of an arena at a professional fight that's on television, cameras on them. Why not step off where it's private? Come on, man. That's like fighting in front of the teacher. Niggas say, I see you in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But Bill ain't never been in that predicament.
So let me ask you this, man. And this is something I heard from somebody close to them. When you know that, being in the street, when you see a guy that talk like Bill, do you think Bill talks that way because he feel like there's no threat?
Nah, Bill talk that way because he's scared. See, a scared nigga want to scream loud and hope people come save his ass. But you need, but let me tell you what happens. When you get a nigga like me who ain't gonna let that screaming shit mean nothing, every time somebody says something on social media, I don't care what it is, I always told them, stay focused. Don't let Bill distract us. Let's stick to the point. Because my point always been the same thing. If you feel that way, put your son in the ring with my son and let's figure this shit out. And if you don't want to fight us, that's cool. I ain't mad about that. You say, man, I'm at a certain point. I'm looking to fight certain people. I ain't mad. But all of us got to go to camp. Nigga, we'll come to camp and fuck you up. That's what we've been telling them. Either way, camp, if you want to do it for a fight. Bill, he had a dude on Instagram. I think the dude named Jay something. And if I ain't said it right, I'll send it to you. He came on Instagram and said, Bill, why don't you just set the spawn up so you can shut this nigga up and bust his son ass? I said, please tell Bill to do it. But I bet you be praying for nothing because he ain't going to do it. You know what Bill's response was? Nobody makes me do anything I don't want to do. That's some sucker shit.
And speaking of that, I want to ask you something boxing related, and this is my opinion because you're my brother, man. I want to ask you: is Jalil too big for 47? Being 5'11"?
Nah, he made weight. Jalil made weight. He didn't have to step on the scale twice. He stepped on there one time and was 147 even.
That's what I told him on yesterday's show. I feel like Jalil's right where he needs to be. I don't think that he needs to even look at 54. I think he's a solid big welterweight, and I think that he has advantage over a lot of guys. But again, he was all somewhere, and I love how he didn't make any excuses up after the fight. So he's young, and I'm still riding with him. That's just how I am.
And I ask you, go ahead. My bad. Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
say this.
Mhm.
For anybody who says or thinks Jalil had an issue making weight or it was a problem, have you ever seen somebody who was weight drained press another fighter for 10 straight rounds? Because Jalil went forward for 10 straight rounds.
Yeah. I watched the fight 2 times. I talked with one of my other brothers on live earlier. I watched the fight actually 2 times, and I just couldn't figure out how to give that other opponent 6 rounds, 5 rounds. I mean, like that was just. I mean, they should be
I'm gonna tell you what I
investigated by the
think.
FBI. That's when you call the
Man,
police.
I gave Jose Roman. I gave him the first round. I gave him
Mhm.
the 9th and the 10th. I gave Jalil round 2 through 8.
Yeah, I think I gave him the first, maybe the. I can't remember the 10th. I got it written down. I don't have it with me, but I couldn't find that. I couldn't find 5 or 6 rounds to give this guy. I don't understand what they were looking at, but then again, you went over there, you did what you did what you're supposed to do, and but he still got fans, and I just think that he'll learn from it and he'll be better because I don't think that he lost, and there's a lot of people that feel like that he didn't lose, so it's a learning
Well,
curve for the young man.
I ask you this, Coach. When he was being held, why wasn't Jalil like throwing his elbows or forearms when he was being? Because he was being held a lot.
Man, the man was holding like an octopus. I mean, I ain't got no. Please don't take me as saying something negative or derogatory about our opponent, because I would never do that. I respect our opponent. He got in there and fought for 10 rounds. After
Mhm.
the fight, he said Jalil buzzed me a couple of times, and that was a smart move, especially if you know your uncle ain't going to stop you from holding. Because I thought the ref was his uncle, because he wasn't saying a goddamn thing.
And I say that because what we always see with fighters is if you want to hold, Floyd was known for the forearm. Roberto Duran was known for his them sharp elbows. Is that something you work on in camp when people are holding? Like, would you ever go for like a
I mean,
low blow, or they don't do that no more?
nah, I ain't trying to do that. I want my son to play the shit above board. I want him to play it above board. Now, if you getting dirty with him, then yeah, he got to defend himself. But the dude wasn't doing nothing dirty. Holding is a tactic, and I don't have no problem with it. It was just excessive holding.
I about to
If
say
we would have
excessive
been
holding.
anywhere else, yeah, we'd have been anywhere else, they would have took a point for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask you this though. So when you back to like talking about with Bill, if you guys were to get that fight at 47, what would that mean for you guys?
I mean, it's not nothing that we got as small or big. It's a good fight because of everything Devin Haney did in his career. I'm not one of them people that because I have an issue with you, I try to find ways to downgrade what you did. You can't take none of Devin's accomplishments away from him, not one of them. But when it comes to how I personally feel, and it's not just personal, it's been proven. How many times did you look on Instagram, on Twitter, and see me say the same thing? If I'm lying, ask Bill to say I'm lying. And Bill loved telling when people lied about him. Bill been calling people for years trying to keep Jalil off Devin ass. I said I didn't just I said you can ask Jalil. He called Jalil was still an amateur. Jalil had to turn pro and said ask Leonard to get Jalil.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get reality to shit.
So I ask you that. I'll just ask you this, man. So when you heard the insults coming from Bill, like you said, you call him a pimp. I guess my whole thing was when you hear somebody that's pretty much just talking. How do you kind of deal with that, man? Because everything he was saying, it wasn't really nothing real. It was just like the straight up the same stuff he was trying to do to you, the stuff he said Floyd was doing to him. And I thought that was super corny, man. You didn't think that was corny how he was trying to act like he was some super duper dude? Like, get out of here, man. I was shocked by that.
But you can't count it as, I'm gonna say you can't count it as corny if it's a defense mechanism. Bill is one of the best at diverting attention to something else to take the attention off of what we're talking about. I've talked about fighting his son, or at least getting sparring with his son. I haven't said nothing wild. Even dudes that fuck with Bill and them, they were like, "Damn, Slim, you talk about a nigga wife." I'm not gonna talk about Bill's wife. I'm not gonna talk about Bill's mother. I'm not gonna talk about Bill's grandmother because they not in the fight game. I respect women too much to talk about somebody's wife. I respect women too much to talk about somebody's mother. I respect women too much to talk about their grandmother. They not fighting. Speak to them with nothing but pure respect and reverence because that's where I come from. But when it comes to Bill and Devin, until you put your son in the ring with my son, and it don't have to be for no money. We ain't trying to get a money fight. We trying to just put hands on you. Until you put him in that ring, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say about 8 figures. I got a Rolls Royce. I don't have a Rolls Royce, but I get in front of my house. I got several cars. I'm taking my truck to the shop right now. My wife following me in my wagon. Once again, I live in a house. My kids ain't never had to starve, beg, or nothing for nobody. So you on the same level I'm on. If you can go buy something in cash, I got good credit. I can put it on credit. So if I can get one and pay for it every month, and you can get one and pay for it today, don't we still got one? So at the end of the day,
let me ask you a question.
Suckers got a.
Go ahead, brother Bernard. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you: is there any way y'all two brothers could figure out, like, whatever the issue? Because y'all seem like y'all got some animosity toward, and I like when the brothers is all trying to, be one and stick together. But is there any way y'all could like piece things up? Maybe if a fight gotta happen, that's cool too. I'm with it. But is there any way y'all two brothers could, reconcile? Say the least.
Brother, this ain't about nothing but boxing, champ. This about boxing. This about the art of pugilism. So for me, it ain't nothing but put your son in the ring or shut the fuck up. Don't keep. Right. If I said something, I'm gonna put my son in the ring. But if I don't want to put my son in the ring, I'm gonna go ahead and cop my plea, and I'm gonna go ahead and take shit on shit. That's all. That's all Bill got to do. Bill, no doubt. Bill could tell Devin, just apologize and we done. Or get in the ring. Apologize or get in the ring. This ain't about nobody's mama. This ain't about nobody's check. This ain't about what you got, what you don't got. This is about 2 men putting hands on each other, and the best set of hands gonna stand up. That's all this is about.
Strictly boxing for all you weirdos that think it's bigger than that.
I'll say this. I really want your opinion on this, because we never really get the insight on this, and this is just because one thing about people don't notice about you, Brother Bernard, but you a doggone historian with this game. Let me ask you this: what do you think about this new thing where you see a lot of guys upset that Tank is in this place that he's in? What do you say to a fighter that's upset about that?
Haters. Haters. The man work for everything he got. Haters. You can't hate a nigga that work hard. You can't hate a nigga that work hard. Once again, I come from an era where you ain't do that. You ain't hate, you congratulate.
Right.
I congratulate anybody that's doing their thing. Listen to me clearly. I congratulate Bill for what he has done with his son. He did a hell of a job. He got started somewhere. I don't take nothing from him. I'm one of the first niggas that said one of them years Bill should have been manager of the year. because he got his son to undisputed. But at the end of the day, it still doesn't take away what we have an issue with. We got an issue with what we got. Let's deal with the issue. I respect men. I respect men that act like men. My motherfucking son had an issue with Riches and Hitches a few years ago. Man, we went up to New York. Them dudes got in the ring. They did what they had to do, and guess what? All good. Got that shit off the chest, got it out the way. Because that's what men do. This shit Bill doing is what women do. Like I told you, if he want to be a fake ass pimp, that's cool. I'm just calling a spade a spade. That's all. I'm calling a spade a spade. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong. That's all I'm saying. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong. He can't prove me wrong.
I got the Puerto Rican in the house, man. What's going on, Free? I know you got a question for Brother Bernard. Go ahead, Free. I don't know, Free. We can't hear you. I don't know if you're making rice. We can't hear
no, my bad.
ahead.
No, I wanted to know, was there something that happened in the gym, or Jaleel just wanted to spar Devin for because I heard that you said that Bill had went to Leonard Ellaby and was telling to keep Jaleel off of him. Was Jaleel wanting to spar him, or did they already spar before?
Nah, they ain't spar before. What happened was he was talking shit with Gary Russell. Gary Russell is like an uncle to my son. A lot of people don't know that. They like uncle and nephew. So they had their own little issue a few years ago, and they went back and forth. But that ain't changed nothing that Shorty felt. So when him and Gary couldn't get it in for whatever reasons, more like Devin ain't really wanted, he was clout chasing. Jaleel stepped up and said, if you want it, he said, you making DC dudes look bad. So Jaleel said, oh, DC dudes ain't got to look bad. If you want to get that work, you can get it with me. He wasn't expecting that. If you go back and look it up, Jaleel was on podcast telling Bill, let's get that work. Bill, oh, y'all young soldier, you doing this, you doing that. Man, keep your energy. Sucker shit. And we just kind of ignored it. And then Jaleel made a statement that he felt. He said if he would have got hands put on him, like Ryan put it on him, he wouldn't have been trying to sue nobody. And that's what he felt. He a grown man, he can say what he want. But you got the right to say what you want, but you don't have the right to deal with the consequences somebody give you. So Devin said what he said, but he never thought it would go beyond where they at. See, Devin look at shit like it's a scripted out play. Jaleel really is like that. I keep Jaleel under control, but when he cut loose, it's a wrap.
For sure. Because one thing I will say that I did really notice in the fight, I see you guys been really working on his defense. His defense has improved quite a bit. I see him actually slipping. I'm like, oh, I didn't know he could do that. So I gotta give you credit for that, because I didn't know Jaleel could move like that. I said, oh, he got defense. So shout out to you and Jaleel on his defense, man, because that was huge. But speaking of that, now if we look at the 147-pound division, I know you guys said that you guys wouldn't want to fight Boots. What do you think about a guy like, that we all know, like Tio coming to 147? What does that say for 147? Would you guys fight Tio if he came to 47?
Man, like I said before, Tio, Shakur, Gavin, a lot of great guys will be moving up to 47 soon. A lot of great guys. You would be a fool to say you don't want to fight with great guys. That don't even make sense. My son ain't no runner. My son ain't no track star. You give him the opportunity to fight any of these guys, he gonna take it.
Yeah,
for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
So,
something
I always wanted to ask, and then I'm gonna bring Thomas Hill in. Why didn't it work out with Mayweather? Because I know you guys were with Mayweather before. I never understood why it didn't work out.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, Floyd is a great guy. I don't have no issue with Floyd Mayweather. He was a great mentor to my son, Leonard Ellaby. He was a great guy to my son. Sometimes things just don't work at that time. That's just part of reality of life. Sometimes things just don't work at the time you think they're supposed to. You know,
Yeah.
Leonard, you seen after the fight, Leonard was one of the first ones that said, "Hey, Shaw, to keep your head up." Floyd actually reached out to him and said, "Hey, talk to him on the phone. Hey, Shaw, keep your head up, keep grinding. This not a sprint, it's a marathon."
Mm-hmm.
I can't say we had no ill will or animosity. It's just at the time we had two different outlooks on what we wanted to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still
I
thought
gotta say,
Sauce talked
you the
bad
only
names.
person I gotta give you credit though, Bernard. You the only person I heard that's left Floyd and didn't have a bad thing to say about him. You one of the rare ones, so I gotta give you credit for being a class act.
I mean,
But
how
go ahead.
can you have something ill to say about Floyd if you assigned to his company? At the end of the day, I tell anybody, a company is not a human being. They don't have feelings. They're going to do what's best for a company. As a business person, as an athlete, you should do the same. See, a lot of times we get our athletes in the mindset that they should act like a person, but we allow a company to act like a company. It's a business agreement at the end of the day. The athlete and the company should do what's in the best interest for themselves.
Dang. Hey, Thomas, I know you got something, man. Go ahead, Thomas. I don't know what happened to Thomas. Go ahead, Free. I know you and Prize got something. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I've been talking to Brother Bernard. Let Free get another question.
No, I mean, I know. Are y'all looking to try to rematch the guy again?
If we can get it, we would love it. One thing that I would do is demand that it's in the U.S. and we got a variety of officials. Like I said, my son fought with everything against him, and I don't have a problem with that because my son a dog. But I ain't gonna ask you to play the fool but one time. I can't ask you to play the fool two times. He did it one time. He went to Puerto Rico. He fought a Puerto Rican fighter. He fought a Puerto Rican referee, and he fought 3 Puerto Rican judges. So I'm not gonna ask him to fight 4 people in one night no more. This ain't WWF. I ain't asking him to be in the Royal Rumble.
And with that being said, he still to me won the fight. The guy was excessively holding. There were some spots where the guy has a little success, but like I said, I never gave the guy no more than 2 or 3 rounds. So them judges, man, like I hated that happened to y'all. And I just want y'all to get back, whether it was against him or somebody else. You can move on to the next thing. That's cool, but
look at it like this. I don't completely hate it, even though I don't love it, because we wouldn't have never seen the true feelings behind Devin. Because my son had 2 fights before that. Devin ain't just started feeling like that recently. So you've been watching. You've been watching and waiting. So anytime you can make the snakes come out and let them slither on their belly without no grass around, that's what I love.
Let me ask you this. Is Jaleel looking at this loss as a good thing that it came early in his career, rather it come later in his career? Is he looking at it, okay, I got the loss out of the way, I know how I feel to lose, even though I felt like I won? Is he looking at it that way, or is he just like, man, I should have won that fight?
Nah, Shorty looking at it like it's something that happened. We got to deal with it. He went on his Instagram maybe 2 hours after the fight and put 9-1. He ain't had no problem. You had to ask him to change it. It was, once again, my son's so young. He part of this new generation. Let me tell you about this new generation. Floyd Mayweather was the measuring stick for the last generation. The last generation felt if I took a loss, I was a nobody. But this generation, they trying to make fights. These kids trying to make fights. So if they trying to make fights, we can't be two-faced. When I say two-faced, Abdullah Mason, Schofield, all these young fighters, they trying to do something and be special. That means you got to take risks, you got to take chances. How can you tell me in one breath you tired of seeing young fighters fighting a bunch of ducks. But in the next breath, if they take a loss, you want to say that their career's over.
Yeah, I hate that.
That's a fact. That's a ultimate.
I'm one of the
You know,
people that don't like to throw a fighter away after one loss or
Hold on,
draw.
Brother
I
Bernard,
mean,
that's a lie. When Tim Zoo got his head kicked in, first thing out of Prize's mouth was throw him out of here. When he fought that big
yeah,
scared
because I'm
dude,
tired of them certain fighters that look a certain way get opportunities that other fighters don't. That my people don't get the opportunity. So when I say stuff like that, it's for a reason. It just doesn't be saying it. He got beat one time, and he come out and got smoked again. Like I don't want to see him no more. You stuff him in my face. You throw him on. You make us watch him, and he got his ass whooped. I'm done with him. That's
I
me.
feel that, but Coach Bernard, though, this is what I really want. My man said that when he come back, he looking for a tune-up fight. He just got through dissing your son in public on public social media, calling him pretty much a tune-up fight, right? So why not negotiate the tune-up fight and let's get it on?
man, you talking too much sense. You gotta be halfway mentally crazy because you talking too much sense. If Jalil is a tune-up, you say you can't find nobody that want to fight you. Then why wouldn't you take this tune-up? Didn't the Turk just offer him somebody that was 14-2 and he turned that down? Devin want to fight a kid in pre-K. That's what he want to fight. He want to fight somebody in pre-K. And
want
once
somebody
again,
he can knock out for sure.
this ain't about no. Devin pillow fisted. He pillow fisted, so he just wants somebody in pre-K that won't knock him out. Yeah, he don't want nobody he can knock out because he know he can't knock nobody out. But he damn sure don't want nobody in there that can knock him out. And anybody above pre-K that touch that chin, Devin might be reciting the alphabet over.
you cold-blooded, man.
It's cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded.
I mean, once again,
go
the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. Don't hate the mailman. Hate the person that wrote the letter.
Let me ask you this, Brother Bernard. So speaking of that, man, what did you think about Abdullah Mason going down 3 times in his last fight?
So what? That's what I thought about it. So what?
Right.
I thought it was more amazing that the kid got up and did what he did after going down. So what? That's the problem with this sport now. We look for the criticism route instead of looking to praise them for what they did. I'm not gonna criticize Abdullah Mason. Shorty bad. Shorty part of that new generation like my son. So what I'm gonna be ridiculing them for? If you a smart man, if you a smart man in this sport of boxing, and your fighter or your son is in the generation that's coming up, wouldn't you be rooting for success for all of the top young guys in your generation because those are the guys that your son get paid with?
There it is.
I'm not rooting again. Let me tell you something. Let's clear this up. I hope y'all got enough shorts and y'all put it out there. I do not hate Bill Haney. I do not hate Devin Haney. I hope they continue to do good. The only way I would hate them is if they don't give my son an opportunity to fight him. Now, fighting him now, I'm cool with Bill saying what he's saying. But you can at least say we can spar to get the animosity out the air. He don't want to get it out the air because, like I said, I meant what I said. In 8 ounces or 16 ounces, it's a high probability that Jalil will knock Devin ass the fuck out. And if he go out cold, ain't too many people going to spend money on Devin, like I renamed him, the Pussy Haney, or his father, Bill, the fake-ass pimp Haney. This ain't about clout chasing. I really do want to get in the ring with him under any circumstance. So if he called one of y'all tomorrow and say he a spy, then we a spy. If he called one of y'all tomorrow and say he don't have an opponent, we'll be his opponent. He got Eddie Hearn's number. He don't work with Eddie Hearns. Call Eddie Hearns and say, we want to fight Jalil. He got access to the Turk. Call the Turk. Tell him we'll fight Jalil. We ain't tell them we got a number that we want to fight him. We said just make us an offer and we'll fight you. Because I know what Jalil gonna do to him. Ain't no secret.
Yeah. So you would go to Saudi Arabia?
Holiday discount too, didn't you?
Man, once again, like I said, Bill said a lot of stupid shit. Bill said on social media, Bill said, I was trying to help y'all and I was trying to give you a better life. Listen to me. I don't have a problem with no black man telling me that. But if that's what you're going to do, it's only one way for you to do it. That's put Devin in the ring with Shorty under a contract. Ain't that the only way?
It's the only way.
There's no other way he could change my life but doing that. And if he don't want to do that, I'm fine with that too. Put Devin in the ring and spar. That's why I said 8 ounces or 16 ounces. And he will get the same outcome either way.
Yeah.
Like I said, don't let Bill do the distraction shit. Bill is amazing at distracting from what the goal is. That's why I keep saying, focus. Like your teacher said, focus, focus, focus. Don't let this shit get, don't let this nigga put some narrative we ain't talking about. He on Instagram talking about, I told y'all my wife was white. Who give a shit if your wife is white? Who cares? I'm talking about fighting your son. Nigga.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Man,
wait. We talking about 8-figure Bill? 8-figure nigga Bill?
Man, look, one of my oldest children's mom is white. I don't care about that. I care about getting you in the ring. You could be married to a white woman, a handicapped woman, a Filipino. I don't care. When I see her, I'm going to say, hello, Miss Haney, because she's not part of this beef. But when I see Bill, I'm going to say, hello, Bill, fake-ass pimp Haney. If he want me to stop calling him fake-ass pimp and stop calling his son a pussy, then put him in the ring. Like I said, a fight or sparring. Put his ass in the ring. And for all their fans, matter of fact, I want to shout one of their fans out. I want to shout one out. So hold on for 1 second. I want to make sure I got his name right. Hold on. Hold on.
Is it B3? Is it B3?
No, hold on. Don't do that. Don't do that to B3. Don't do that. Don't do that to B3.
Drizzle my nizzle.
Don't do that to B3. That's cold, BVO. Don't do that to B3.
Hey,
shout out to B3.
I want to make sure I get this dude right because he the best that ever done it. Jay is back. On Twitter, he is at Jay is back with 2 Ks, BAKK. Because that man said something that made my day. He said, Bill, why don't you just set up the sparring so y'all could shut Jaleel up and shut his father up?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
And listen, my response was, please, please, please tell Bill to set this up. You will never get it. Bill will never agree to it, but please get him to do it. And guess what Bill's response was? Nobody can make me do nothing I don't want to do. Hey, Slim, if that don't tell the people who follow you that you scared to death of this young boy, ain't nothing else I can say. There's absolutely nothing I can say if that didn't do all the saying for you. If that didn't do it for you right there, there is absolutely nothing I can say that's going to embarrass Bill. Nothing. I could tell that nigga his Rottweiler is a poodle, and that nigga ain't gonna do nothing but buy some soft dog food.
You know what's so funny about you, brother? But I never seen a guy be so respectful, man, disrespecting somebody
at the same time.
Yo,
hey, bro,
you know
let me tell you
that's
something.
how you know brother Bernard was a dangerous man. That's how you know you're a dangerous man.
I could be a gentleman because I've been the other side before. I could be a gentleman because I've been the other side. And see, you don't get nothing achieved when two people are screaming. You get shit achieved when you can do like your third grade teacher said, focus, focus, focus. Get you back on attention. Because Bill is a master manipulator. The Rise podcast put out a survey. Most people said they want to see Jaleel fight. They don't want to see him spar Devin. They want to see him fight Devin. Yeah. Bill ain't say nothing about that when I posted that. See, when shit started getting traction, niggas like Bill, they get to calling people who they think can get you off their ass. They call Kevin Rooney. They call motherfucking Eddie Hearns. They call anybody that they could think of. And when they can't find nobody that can get you off their ass, they try to divert shit. What the nigga say? When the truth don't work, they start telling lies. But I beat Bill to the lies. And Bill know it. That's why Bill came back After he thought about it, he had to remember, when did I talk to him? Who got us on the phone? When he thought about it and remembered it, he said, oh, I was trying to throw y'all a bone because I wanted to give him some air. I ain't wanting to embarrass himself. That's why I reminded him when I said, remember you said, man, we need to get Devin and Jaleel together so they can ride around in the car, bump that music, and show everybody they friends. Yeah, then when he remembered that shit, it was like, okay, I don't need this nigga to embarrass me. That's what he said. He said, this not me clout chasing, this me just putting truth out there. So if all you Devin fans think Jaleel would get fucked up fighting Devin, why hasn't Bill at least agreed to spar? I don't mind y'all being Devin fans. I like Devin fans because y'all are fanatics. Y'all like Christian zealots. Y'all will kill for something that you know ain't real.
Shout out to B3, man.
But what I do want y'all to realize is even if you'll kill for something that ain't real, at least understand the nigga pulling the wool over your eyes. He not David Copperfield. He just knew how to hide shit under the stage.
Bars. Well, I'm a fan of all the young boys. Your son, Abdullah, Devin, Shakur, Tank. I like all of them. You know, I'm pretty much neutral when it comes to that. I just feel like sometimes the young boys don't get a fair shake. Like when you look a certain way, you don't like Abdullah Mason went down 3 times. But if another fighter that looked like something else go down 3 times, oh, did you see him come back from the amazing thing? Then Abdullah go down 3 times, they say, well, he need to work on this. He ain't ready. He ain't that. So that's why I ride with the youngins. And you know, if y'all want to fight, I'd rather see y'all fight than spar because it's nothing gonna get out of. Maybe for y'all, but for us the fans, I want to see y'all. I want to see them
Now,
rumble. You
listen to
know,
what I told.
Brother,
I
Listen to what
want
I
to see
told
y'all
him.
get paid. I want to see you get paid for your labor.
I want to get paid for labor, but this was something that went outside of labor. So I said, I'm going back to what you said. If you want to clear your chest, I said it. I don't care if you got BVO, Mill City, Fight Hype. Let them show it live on their Instagram. Let them show it live. Because when Jaleel flatlined Devin ass, I don't want to hear no excuses about he slipped on a banana peel, his shoe came untied, one of his gloves was heavier than the other one, so it pulled him down. I don't want to hear the Polaris of the universe rotated around at just the right time and Devin slipped. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
I got
telling
two
you
things.
what I think.
I got 2 things I want to talk to you about before I get you out of here because I know you're a busy man. But last week, a young kid lost his life, Jasmine Tucker. He was unfortunately murdered by the police here in Akron, Ohio, which is a city right below Cleveland. What would you say? He was a good friend of my father. What would you say to a man who lost his grandson? What's something that you could say? Who
There's
lost his
nothing
grandson?
I
He's great. Go ahead.
there's nothing I could say. I could just hug him and say, hey brother, let it out. Because I'm a grandfather. And I don't know if there's anything anybody could say when I lose my grandson in that situation. So the only thing you can do is hug him and say, brother, let it out. Let it out. Because you can't bring it back. There's no words that can fix it. And the only thing that can heal his heart, if it ever can be healed, is time.
That's deep.
And the reason I say that is because there has been a lot of controversy around this because he did have a weapon on him. But my main thing is this: when you hear about these young kids, whether they're getting, getting unfortunately unalive, or you see them throwing rocks at the penitentiary, what can we do as leaders, man, to help these young kids? Because I really feel like a lot of these kids don't understand. Hey, man, throwing rocks at the penitentiary is not what you want to be doing. We just seen a guy in Little Dirt who's from the Midwest. He might be going to jail for life, man. You know, when we hear murder for hire, that's no joke. What would you say to those young guys who want to be fake tough but really good kids? What would you say to them?
I wouldn't say nothing to them. I say it to the guys that they look up to. If you want them to know better and do better, you got to show them better. Me and Bill can go back and forth on here. Me and anybody can go back and forth on here. But at the end of the day, Bill going home and hug his family. I'm going home and hug my family. We ain't talking about murdering nobody. We talking about fighting. And that's the thing. When the guy's in front of the situation, can control the narrative, show them the last thing we want to do is pick up a gun. There's no returning from that. But if you showing them this life of lavish, you got to go do anything to get it, you know, you got to have the latest this, we ain't doing nothing but perpetuating a mindset. I'm not going to say I want to see a man dead. I want to see his family harmed. I'm not going to say that because I know there's no coming back from that. I'm going to say, let's get it in the ring. Like I've been saying, keep it in the ring, because after it's over in the ring, me and Bill could still be saying what we saying, but guess what our son's going to say? Both of y'all need to shut up because we the only one with lumps on our head.
Sure. I love how you always bring that with some comedy, man.
Yeah, I can
And I just say this, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. And the reason I always ask you, I know you probably get tired of you always ask those kind of questions, but I feel like a guy like you who really been through it mean more than anybody saying it, because you've been through it, man. To spend 10 years, man, behind the wall, come home, be a great husband, be a great father, man. Salute you on that, man. And we're gonna keep helping these kids get better, man, one at a time, man. That's what we're gonna do. I'm dedicated to that. I know you are too, man. I want to see
Man,
these
I
kids be
appreciate
better.
it 100%. I'm with that for all kids all around the world. I'm saying leave it in a boxing ring. If you want to emulate anything that I'm doing, emulate me talking shit to Bill and Bill talking shit to me, but we going home to our families.
I love it, man. I love it because we had who was that? Floyd Schofield dad on there, and they made fun of me, Bernard, because I almost cried when he told his story. But you know
Man,
what's funny? You know what's funny? I realized this from therapy, man. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
nah,
that.
ain't nothing wrong. Hey, when you finish, keep the narrative that we want to fight or spar with Devin, and make sure you send Bill your therapist number, because after we fuck Devin up, he gonna need a therapist.
shots fired.
Hey, and on that note, man,
I'm
that's
gone on
DC's
that.
own. That's DC's own.
And that should
I
be
like.
nothing to an eight-figure nigga like yourself,
Nothing.
Bill. Go on and make that stuff happen. But run it. You said you was looking for a tune-up fight. My man said he willing to tune you up. Let's make the tune-up happen. How about that?
There we go. Make sure you put that in the shorts and put it out there. Y'all know people that know Bill. Get it in his pocket, get it in his hand, text it to him. Let him know we want him.
Oh, I love you, man. I'll talk to you soon, man. God bless, man.
Peace.
Hey, you gotta love Brother Bernard, man.
It's hard not to. It's really hard not to.
Hey,
I
you
told
keep it 100.
But on that note, I gotta say, you know what, man? Shout out to Brother Bernard, man, because I'm telling you, man, people don't understand a guy like him who's been through it. Some kids to listen to,
Yeah.
and I can't speak for nowhere but Cleveland. We've been
Yeah.
seeing a lot of young kids getting murdered. I think we had almost 90 caskets under 18 in the city of 400,000. And I'll be honest, man, when you hear that, I'm going to be honest, man, it hurts because 81% of those were black kids that passed. And I don't know about you guys. I'm tired of seeing these kids get buried, man. I know we're supposed to talk about boxing, but brother, that Jasmine Tucker thing broke my heart, man. I'm so tired of hearing about kids getting murdered, man. It's rough, bro. It's rough. We really got some stuff going on, and I think it's important for us to use our voice to say, you know what, man, put the guns down, bro. Put the firearms down, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When I was a kid, I would have me a firearm just to show off, but I wanted to show I could throw hands. I don't know about you guys. I always thought it was cool to throw hands. So we got to get back to that, man. We got to get back to that. You got anything free, prize? Tommy, y'all got anything?
Oh no, I just want to say, just everybody that's listening to this, everybody that hear this on the playback, remember two things that he said. One is he doesn't hate Bill or Devin,
Right.
and the other thing is they just won it in the
It's
ring.
strictly boxing. That's why I'm glad you said that, Free, because that was what I was gonna say. You heard that in BVO. You should clip that.
For
That
sure.
man, they don't got no real beef. Y'all don't try to come and make no black on black crime. All they want to do is what do he say? All just don't take it personal. It's a friendly fade. That's all they want to do, and that's what we want to see. BVO just told y'all put the guns down, get in the boxing ring. The man just told us, man to man. He said he talking his ish, but at the end of the day, he don't hate Bill. He goes to his family, and I go to mine. So at the end of the day, it's strictly boxing. So you niggas don't try to take it and run with it. You know how y'all niggas is on here. It's strictly
Yeah.
boxing. And y'all remember that.
And I tell you this, man, I'm starting to turn into the Black Ocho Cinco on here, man. Because I'll be honest with you, man. When I thought about that Jasmine Tucker thing, man, I cried about that, man. That young brother lost his life. He was 15. 15. Um, that's rough, man. But like I said, put the guns down, please. Put the guns down, please, because we want y'all to grow up. We want y'all to have a good life.
Hey,
We want y'all to enjoy these beautiful women. I
I'm
mean,
gonna say
go ahead.
something else too to that effect.
Mhm.
Y'all out here and like I said, I know that people they're gonna hate the police or whatever. Don't give them a reason to have to react, because a lot of these officers are scared individuals in real life. They're scared individuals. That's why a lot of them became law enforcement, because they're scared individuals and they want something to have their back. Don't give them a reason to have to react. If they ask you to do something, just do what they say. Yeah, I understand you might know, hey, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just no. Don't give them a reason to react, because all they looking for is a reason, and the law is going to be on their side if you give them a reason. The law is going to be on their side.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I say this: go learn the law, because when they try that stuff with me, I know my laws. I know I'm not. I don't live in a right to ID state. It's certain things. Just go read, young people, because you don't got to just bend their way and do what they want to do. Because half the stuff they do be some BS anyway. Half of it don't be. Because I didn't rent as a lot of good cops out in my township out here in West Deptford. It's some great cops. I've never got a ticket from them. All the time, all the years I've been here, they've been cool. The other cops different. It's wherever you at. It's who you run into. But at the end of the day, go do some reading, some researching, and know your laws. Keep your dash cam. Go invest in a dash cam and do all what you need to do. And that's it. And everybody can live peacefully.
Shout out to Prize. You know, Prize grew up rich, but to us that were poor growing up,
Man,
man.
and that's where they used to
Oh,
mess with me the most.
let me
They
say
used to
this
see
real
me,
quick.
they used
Let
to
me
see
say
me
this
in a
real quick.
nice car,
Let
and the
me
first thing
say
they
this
do is
real
pull me
quick.
over.
Hold on. Let me say this real quick, Eddie Winslow. For us that grew up, you know, without a lot, man, make it home to your mama, man. Make it home to your mama, because it'll hurt your mother and your father and your grandmother and grandfather so bad to lose you over some foolishness, man.
He
I'm for
called
real.
him Eddie Winslow.
I'm just saying. We know Prize he had the bread, but I'm
Nah,
saying to us that didn't have
nah.
it, and I don't mean no disrespect when I say that. I just
None
say this
taken.
as a young brother, man. Whether you in Compton, whether you in Cleveland, whether you in Southeast DC, man, make it home to your mama, man, because your mama don't want to bury you. She don't want to bury you. I brought that up because we got to show the other side. Yeah, I thank God every day that what I prayed that BVO Boxing would be in a conversation. We're in a conversation now. Shout out to Bernard Hackett. Bernard Hackett came to us. He came to hardcore boxing, but he came to us.
Yeah.
And Lord's will, from what I'm hearing, we should be having Bill tomorrow. I just want to say, you know what?
Let
I
him
thank
respond.
God. I thank God. I thank God for the opportunity to come in front of you guys each and every day. And I don't take it lightly, y'all. I don't. I don't take it lightly, because you know what? God is so good. He could have chose anybody, and he chose me to start a platform. To my late uncle Brent Wade, may God be with him. I just tell you this, man. I'm sorry, I'm emotional, man. I'm emotional. So I
We
want
love you,
everybody to know
dog.
I love you, man. And you
Sure.
know what? We got to take care of our kids, man, because I'm telling you, man, it's too many caskets. Everywhere you go, young black and brown kids are dying. I heard about, they call it Miami Gardens now. I heard about all these young kids getting shot up in the Pork and Bean. Shout out to the Pork and Bean Project. You, this shouldn't be happening, man. You should be going to the fair hollering at the girls, man. I used to go to the mall and see who can get the most numbers, not who can get
Right.
the most bodies. So
Right. These niggas is
on
weird.
on that note, man, we got
One more thing, real quick, BVO,
Go
real quick. I just want to
ahead.
say real quick, and shout out to you on when you made your guest appearance on BF channel. Yeah, you was cooking on there, bro. So shout out to you, man. You did a good job, amazing, holding the platform down, holding it down over here, bro. You kicked ass and took names on there. That's real
Shout out to
rap.
BFTB for
Shout
the
out BF,
opportunity. Because you
BF,
know
my
what?
guy.
He get a lot of unnecessary hate, but you know what?
I don't
That
care.
light
I'm
skinned
rocking
brother's
with him.
good. That
I'm
light
rocking
skinned
with
brother's
BF.
good, man. That's why he's up there. That light skinned brother's good, man.
I'm
I think
rocking
Free
with
got his
BF.
shirt on, man. So
Yeah.
we love him. Shout out to my big bro Knockout. I know Knockout just turned 58 years old. Shout out to
What?
Knockout. Happy
Damn.
birthday, bro. Just turned 58.
Knockout in his 30s.
Well, I'm about to say that
So
man don't even.
but shout out to Knockout, just turning 58 years old. And I know you ducking me. But on that note, we going. You got anything, Thomas, before we get out of here?
Pimp C doing his thing right now. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
You got anything for us before you get out of here, Tommy?
Nah, I always got something to say though. But I'm gonna say this. Thanks for tuning in to your boy CVO, Boxing TV. Shout out to my main man D Free, Puerto Rican Prince. Shout out to Prize Fighter, the King of Philly. And shout out to Bill, Dev, Jaleel, and Mr. Bernard. Let's get on.
Do it.
Hey, and on that note, we out of here, man. You know what Pimp C said? Country rap tunes, nigga.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.